guys, welcome back to another video, and I realised that on the channel I hadn't spoken and sort of gave my thoughts on the Player Series Mexican Stratocasters. So I've got this one in here. So what I'll probably do is talk about the differences between the old Mexican Standard and the Player Series, even though, you know, they've been around for a little while, but there might be someone who doesn't know the exact differences, and then sort of my thoughts on them compared to other older Mexican standards. You've seen plenty of them on this channel already, and you know, just my overall opinion on them. So the main sort of spec difference in terms of hardware is you now get this 2-point bridge here. Try and get the camera to focus on that. You used to get the old vintage style one. For me personally, that upgrade is sort of neither here nor there, but it is a very stable bridge, and some people that use this do prefer the 2-point bridge, so it's still nice. And then the main difference being the pickup upgrade. So you're now getting 3 Alnico 5 pickups, but I'll come back to that because I want to talk about that in just a minute. And the other sort of differences, which are, you know, not hardware but definitely a nice touch, is you get the F plate on the neck plate just there. You get the F logo. Try and get the camera to pick that up, which is a nice touch. And then definitely the spaghetti logo on the headstock is also a very, very nice touch. Other than that, the differences aren't really, you know, they're still obviously Strats at the end of the day, and they're still, you know, you get your same normal tuners, the same synthetic bone nut, you know, same pots, and so, you know, pretty much the same there. But spec wise on this one, outside of that, it's an older body and a maple neck, and it's the typical thing that Fender do with the maple neck, where it's just a sort of one-piece maple with a skunk stripe. You don't get the sort of separate piece of maple overlaid onto the neck. But differences then between the two. Now, these pickups, if you're unsure, are a huge upgrade to the old Mexican Standard pickups, massively, to the point where if I was to be buying a Mexican Standard today, you know, an older one, used or whatever, I would be buying it in the view of upgrading the pickups. This, you don't need to. These Alnico pickups, they're very similar to what you would get on some of the older step up in the Mexican range, so some of the, say, the 60s players and stuff like that. These pickups are definitely on a par with those, so, you know, massive upgrade there. And the other thing I forgot to mention is the neck finish as well. It is now satin on the back, which for feel, again, is very, very nice. You don't get rolled edges on the normal Player Series. That's a new thing on the Player Plus. But the neck is very, very nice, and you know, QC of the guitar, everything else is pretty much, you know, as is. And funny enough, I've just now, as I'm looking at it, realised something else. I'm pretty sure that you get an extra fret because the old ones are 21, that's definitely 22. So, you know, there's a bit of a difference, but again, neither here nor there for me personally. So yeah, you know, do I think it's worth getting a Player Series instead? If you're looking and you're not sure on the differences, yes, I do. The Player Series is definitely a nicer guitar than the older Mexican Standards. But that being said, you know, if you did buy an older one and the prices have come down a bit, you could just change the pickups and away you go. You know, like I say, I've had a lot of Mexican Standards on this channel and I've never really had huge issues with the sound of them. It's just this one is a little bit nicer. This guitar is going to appear in the next video as well, because I've got Steve coming back and he's just got a sort of bucket list Stratocaster, very, very special custom shop Stratocaster, and we're going to sort of A-B the two. Steve's going to play them both, and that's going to be sort of part 2 of this video, if you like. So I just thought I'd show you this now, show you my thoughts on it, and then we'll be back in the next one to compare it to the you know, the guitar that costs probably 5 times more realistically. So that'll be an interesting one. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.